Yo, Wicked Crew, back with another video. First of all, I'd like to do a huge shout out to For the Love of Horror. Their convention is being held October the 21st to the 23rd. The 21st in the evening will be a concert performed by the one and only Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour. The Saturday, I do believe, is a sellout. But if you have got your tickets, don't forget to get your autograph sessions and your photo opportunities. Purchase them in the link, which will be below. The Sunday, I do believe there's still tickets available, but they're going to be sold out very, very shortly. So head on over. Like I say, the link will be in the description. Head on over there, purchase your tickets, get your autographed sessions, get your photo opportunities, and enjoy yourself. I will be there going around talking to you guys, which are going to be in costume. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to do the convention. There's the guests. There's 3 Michael Myerses. You've got Tommy Lee Wallace. He portrayed Michael Myers in The Scene in Halloween 1978, coming through the closet door. Nick Castle and James Stewart Courtney. I will be there, and I am making sure I am getting, oh my God, I am getting this signed. Also, from the 1978 Halloween, we've got PJ Souls. From Halloween 4, 5, and the Rob Zombie Halloweens, we've got Danielle Harris. Absolutely can't wait to meet her. And lots more other guests. So, like I say, in the description will be the link. Head on over, purchase your tickets, and have a fantastic time. Come and say hi to me. I will be going around and talking to cosplayers and guests which have turned up. So until then, enjoy the video which is coming next. Until next time, bye.
Okay, now it's started.
So, hi, how's things for you? You okay?
Sorry? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I just got home from work and it was a pretty rush, but now I'm here and let's do this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some light in here. That should be all right. So can we start right at the beginning? What was life like for yourself growing up? Was it fun? Do you enjoy yourself?
Wow, this got personal fast. So, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I think I had a pretty normal life in my youth. Yeah, the usual teenage angst stuff. I mean, all the stuff we probably all have had who ended up in heavy metal music. And yeah. So.
See, it's the best way to catch people off guard.
You did. It worked perfectly.
Moving on slightly. What was your musical influences? What music did you like growing up?
That is a good question. So, when I was younger, my mom always listened to stuff like Queen or Yes.
Yeah.
And my dad listened to stuff like Deep Purple or old krautrock stuff from the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So I was always surrounded by, let's say, homemade music, like guitar stuff.
Yeah.
And that influenced me early on. So I remember my mom giving me a cassette tape of her favorite Queen songs, and I listened to it so many times that one day she took it away from me because I didn't do anything else. And yeah, so I always had this passion for music, and I watched a lot of MTV and stuff like that. So I didn't care what was on.
Yeah.
It just had to be music, and I loved music so much. And then, of course, it started when first, I don't know, Rammstein or something came on MTV, or Marilyn Manson, all that stuff. But I got really hooked to heavy metal or metal in general when a friend of mine was showing me Iowa by Slipknot.
Yeah.
And it just came out in 2001, and I met him on by chance. We're just walking like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Hey, man, you have to listen to this. And I don't know if you're familiar with that record, but the first few seconds are just like, and I was so blown away by that sound, and it was so weird for me that I immediately got hooked. And then it went from Slipknot to Dimmu Borgir to Cradle of Filth. So I was already drawn to that more extremer and more theatrical style.
Yeah.
But at the same time, somebody has shown me Dream Theater, and then that was when I went more into the technical, progressive side of music. But it was always this extreme versus the progressive stuff. So later on, I studied jazz and got into obscura stuff and all of that. But always this theatrical kind of music inspired me. Yeah, so this is my main influences, actually.
Slipknot on the Iowa. I met them. They in Cardiff. They were doing a signing session for the Iowa album, and I don't know what happened to my photos. I managed to get my photo with nobody was allowed to have photos taken, but I managed to get a quick selfie with Sean Crennan, and I can't find it anywhere, and I'm gutted. And Slipknot are one of my favorites. They're in my top 10 of all-time favorite bands. So yeah, and that was like a gateway as well for myself, getting into the more extreme sort of music. I did grow up with like listening to Cannibal Corpse, and but my very first musical rock influence, I would say, was Accept.
Oh, okay.
That they were balls to the wall. I remember going where I lived. They used to have a market which used to sell like heavy metal T-shirts, back patches, badges, and that's where I got my first Accept back patch for balls to the wall, and that was my gateway into rock after that.
Awesome. Because you're mentioning Cannibal Corpse, I have this funny story. When I was like 1 or 2 years old, my mom had a friend coming over, and he was really proud, like, man, I got this record from Poland. You have to check it out. It's Cannibal Corpse Butchered at Birth, the uncensored cover with all the babies hanging from the hooks and stuff like that. And she was looking at that cover and was looking at me and was looking at him. So, are you insane? Get out!
It's I was the same when I first came across Rotting Christ. I was like, oh, how do I tell people about this? Because the music is amazing, but you just think, oh God, I can't wear that because my stepmother goes to chapel. And I thought, I can't wear a Rotting Christ t-shirt to the house. I just can't, because otherwise I'll be thrown out and sent to hell. Like,
yeah, probably.
Amazing things.
They would have turned you into Rotting Christ.
Yeah. Your first album, Tomb Sculpture, was released in 1997.
Yeah, it was the demo record. The first real album was I think, in 97 or 98 with Black and the Angels. To be fair, I'm one of the newest members. So I'm just with Agatha Diamond for 2 years. So excuse me if I don't know anything from.
No, that's totally understandable. Maybe you can help then with how's how have the band changed over time, and what with your recent release, what how was your recording process and writing process, especially with COVID?
Okay. I guess the whole evolution of Agatha Diamond, I mean, in the beginning, in the 90s, I know that Saturnus was friends with a lot of the old black metal guys with all this male friendship thing. And yeah, it was youth going wild, you know, angry youth doing evil music, I believe. And over time, I think what really made Agatha Diamond stood out was they didn't hesitate to use stuff like synthesizers or orchestration or stuff like that. I mean, Emperor did it as well, of course, but I think they came from a more Norwegian, more heavier background. So some might say Agatha Diamond were very soft in comparison.
Yeah.
But they did their thing. So you can like it, you can hate it. It's fine both ways. But they did it. They took the step. They had the courage to do that. And for example, when the first time I got in contact with Agatha Diamond was when they released Serpent's Embrace. The song Serpent's Embrace was on a Metal Hammer sampler, and I loved that song so much. And I was only listening to Dimmu Borgir and It Has to Be Satanic and stuff. And then I heard Serpent's Embrace, and it had these funky disco synth line, and I was, that sounds killer, that sounds amazing. And all my friends who were these black metal warlords were like, no, that's not true, you can't listen to that. And I was like, sure, I can listen to it because I like it. And that was a really important moment for me, for my music in general, for my standing in musical. But back to history. So after that, I think Agatha Diamond took this turn in a more melodic direction, which came from some band members who aren't with Agatha Diamond anymore, and they formed another band where I was a part of, actually, with All Will Know.
Yeah.
And yeah, afterwards, Agatha Diamond went into more back to the dark roots with In Darkness, obviously. And went on hiatus, which had personal reasons, like Saturnus had 2 kids at that time, Ashtrail had a son later on, so it was like a matter of priorities. Yeah, then we got all back together, the rest of us were recruited, more or less. Yeah, I became a part of Agatha Diamond, or I auditioned in late 2019. And we had our set. We had written 3 songs, were almost finished, and we had our huge comeback show planned. And 3 weeks earlier, the pandemic hit. So yeah, we did this huge comeback announcement, like, hey, Agatha Diamond is back, and we have new stuff, and this is going to be amazing. And 2 weeks later, the pandemic hit, and was like, yeah, okay. Fuck it. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So what? When did you start writing for the new album? Did you start during the pandemic, and was it difficult trying to get like musical files, or did you just meet up?
Yeah. So the songwriting started in early 2019, I guess. So like I said, in late 2019, there were 3 songs were written and playable. And then over the course until recording started last year in fall. So roughly 2 years writing. And yeah, with the pandemic, it was tough because we were just sending ideas back and forth, and nothing was really finished. So we were always like, okay, this is a finished song, what would you change? I would like to change that. I would like to change that. And it was all via Skype or Zoom or whatever. So I think everything could have been faster if it was in person, where you can say, oh, wait, hang on, let me try that, and not, I need to record something, let me try that, and I will fix it and post, and then I will send it again. So it was like, it always took time. Did you receive that email? Oh no, I think it got lost. Can you send it again? No, it's all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we really we stuck to the restrictions. So we didn't do any secret meetings in our basements or something like that.
Yeah.
We stayed at home and only contacted via Skype. And in these 2 years, I think we used every opportunity we had. So when restrictions were dropped, we immediately needed to find a time to rehearse. And I think within these 2 years, we had like 5 rehearsals.
Yeah.
And a week before recording, we had our final rehearsal and even then we realized, oh man, this part isn't working at all. So it works on paper, but no. So that was really difficult. But in the end, I think I'm really proud with the final product. It turned out really great. I think you can hear all of the new influences. For example, our lead guitarist Nakateth, he is really into this melodic metal, power metal stuff, and I think you can hear that in a few of the melodies coming up. But it still sounds like Agatha Diamond.
I got to review the album, and this is what I wrote about it, because it's a brilliant album. I wrote, doom, destruction, and end of days are words I would describe the 7. Vocally, you could strip the skin off a human with the aggressive backline that could, on any given day, crush your skull. It is really that powerful. Musically, the riffage is finely pointed that it gives you both needle and plaster you could expect from a deranged nurse who has your feeling to heart but likes to cause pain. The album opens with La Haine, and straight from the off, you are spiraling down a fissure towards hell. The album moves along with a serpent that can smell blood until we get to Ghosts of Greed. Ghosts of Greed is definitely a song I feel I will listen to on multiple repeats. It really is a solid track. Next up to the gallows is Mother of All Gods, and a song that Lucifer himself wrote with the ribs of the lost. Overall, this is a fantastic album and one I will frequently play.
Thank you very much. I think this is a review I would like to have on my wall. You know, this is really. This is great. This is really poetic. I love it.
I tell you what, I'll get it all done out properly and I'll get it sent to you.
Great,
and you
awesome,
can put it on.
No,
it's I like when I do reviews, I like to change it up a bit, and like I say, with the album is amazing, absolutely amazing, and I give it just short of a 9 out of 10.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It really, really is. And sometimes I find it hard to explain to my friends which are not into the music taste which I've got, how good these albums are, because you try to. I just think my music taste goes from Neil Diamond all the way through to, like I say, Rotting Christ, Cannibal Corpse. So, yeah, it's a brilliant, brilliant album.
Yeah, means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, and like I say, for yourself, to be able, you should be proud that you've released an album like that. I keep saying it to many artists which release good albums. You've done it in a time when difficulties was every single minute of every single day. So to release an album like that is top draw, to be honest.
Wow. Kind of speechless. Thank you so much. No, it's great. Do you have a favorite song?
Like I said, the favorite one. Let me just go back on it because I haven't wrote it down on my notes. The one which, hang on. Ghosts of the Greed. Brilliant song. I put it on, like I said, I put it on multiple times. It's, you listen to it, you think, oh my god, and then you hit to go back to start it once again. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I like that song too. It has a certain drive to it. It has this kind of black and roll feeling. With the clean vocals by Saturnis. I think it's a great song. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play as well.
Oh, is it brilliant? With the band being around for a long time, what I've slightly come away from that. With yourself, have you had a chance to get out and tour with the band? And if so, have you had any funny stories or any funny mishaps on the way?
We only had 2 shows so far, and there wasn't really that much.
Yeah.
So no, to be honest, I personally can't tell you any funny story. The most fun we had our release show like 2 weeks ago, and I got sick, and I was like in the middle of sound check, and I was like, okay, we have 2 choices. One way is I'm going to throw up, or the other way is I'm going home and you have to play this without me. We took the second route, which I'm a bit of ashamed, but I'm not 20 anymore and I need to take care of myself. The other guys could play the show, but who needs a bass player anyway? So, so this is my funny story, having a fever, lying on the couch while the other guys play their most awesome release show.
What's your weapon of choice? What bass guitar do you play?
I play Ibanez basses, and I'm a proud endorser. And my dad used to play Ibanez, so I was really proud when I got the offer to be an endorser. And if you have a second, and I quickly roll over. And there you have my weapon of choice. It's a, I don't know if you can see it. It's
yeah.
It's a 6-string bass. It's a single cut, which comes from just the jazz studies. I used to play 4- and 5-string basses, and I switched to 6-string basses while I was teaching music. So you have the possibility to accompany your students while playing chords and stuff like that. And I just stuck to it. Just love the huge fretboard, and people always call it like the airplane carrier.
Yeah.
And
it's funny enough, I sent a photograph. I can't remember it now. I sent a photograph to my mate because I used to play bass guitar in our band, and that was an Ibanez, and it was about £1,000, but it was like in the same sort of shape as like James Hetfield's.
The Destroyer bass. I think it's the one that Tom Angel Ripper of Sodom plays.
Might be. I know. I think it's a signature bass. It's stunning bass. Really nice. Finally, before I let you go, touring. Have you set up any tours yet? And will we be seeing you in the UK in the near future?
Yeah, there are a few shows coming up. For example, this weekend we are going to play a Ragnarok festival, which was supposed to be this huge comeback show 2 years ago. So we are looking forward to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. You are from Scotland, right?
No, no, I'm from Wales.
Oh, from Wales. Yes, yes, yes. I read that. I checked out your YouTube channel. I was like, okay, Wales. It's Wales. Remember Wales. Scotland. All right. Great. So you can cut that out, right? No, I'm sorry.
I used to live in Scotland.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry. Yeah, we have a few festivals coming up, and one in East Germany, one in Romania in fall. There are no tours exactly planned. There are rumors about it. We are talking about it. But to be honest, I don't want to bring up hopes and then suddenly we have a new virus or something like that. So I'd rather have it announced when it's really nailed and we can do it and it's possible than just put up hopes and it all goes down the drain anyway.
Well, this has been brilliant speaking with you. It's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it. I do apologize for going straight in with the killer question.
Well, it worked. It's a great icebreaker.
Yeah. Tell me all about you growing up. No.
And you can make this more difficult with something like, tell me about your relationship with your parents.
A cat and a dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Good luck with the album. It's
Thank you very much.
A fantastic album, and fingers crossed we'll get to see you in the UK very soon.
Hopefully. And let me say I checked out some stuff on your channel and you're doing a really great job. And I think it's really, I like the idea with this whole therapy through a lens thing. It's really great and wish you all the best. And it was fun for me as well. It was my first video interview ever. So thanks for that. It was a pleasure. And the first question was perfect. And I will always remember that one. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you. This has been brilliant. And I'll speak to you again soon.
Hopefully. Take care, man. See you.
Self.